Okay, let's try something. I want you to think of a word you use all the time, a word you think you know inside and out. Because today, we're going to take one of the simplest words in English and uncover a whole story about language that's hiding in plain sight. And that word is bone. Simple, right? 4 letters, you probably learned it when you were a little kid. And right now, when I say it, you're probably picturing something very specific in your mind. And yeah, that picture in your head, it almost certainly matches this first definition from the Simple English Wiktionary. Bones are the hard, white things inside your body. They give you shape. Yep, checks out. This is the one we all know. It's totally straightforward. And the example sentence they give, how many bones did a dinosaur have? It just cements that idea perfectly. So far, so good. Everything is exactly as you'd expect. But what if that's only half the entry? What if this incredibly simple word has a second life that most of us just completely miss? Because this right here is where our little journey gets really interesting. And the key to this whole thing is where we're getting our info. The Simple English Wiktionary. Its whole mission is about making English accessible. And that mission, believe it or not, is what's about to make things complicated. You see, the entry for bone isn't just a noun. The Wiktionary also lists it as a verb. Now, you might be thinking of something like, boning a fish, but that is not what's listed here. And there it is, the second definition, stated just as plainly as the first one. When two men bone, they have sex. Wow, no judgment, no fancy words, just a direct, simple explanation of a real-world slang term. So what is going on here? This raises a really fascinating question. Why on earth would a resource called Simple English, which is designed for learners, include a slang term for sex? What does that choice tell us about what they're trying to do?
Well, it actually reveals the core goal of Simple English, and it's a big one. The goal is clarity, not censorship. The whole point is to explain all the ways a word is actually used, with basic vocabulary, so a learner isn't left totally confused when they hear it out in the real world.
The entry for bone is actually a perfect case study for this whole philosophy. It's built with these really specific tools, like simple vocabulary, clear examples, pronunciation guides, all designed to make the language as open and accessible as possible. For example, look at this. It provides the International Phonetic Alphabet key for the word. Now, that might just look like symbols to you, but for a learner, it's a universal guide. It shows them exactly how to say the word, no guesswork needed. It's a little thing that makes a huge difference. And you see that same level of clarity with the grammar. For the verb form, they lay out every single conjugation. It takes all the mystery out of using the word in different tenses. And notice, it doesn't matter if you're talking about skeletons or something else. The grammatical rules are presented in the exact same simple, structured way. Okay, now here's the number that actually stopped me in my tracks. 86. What do you think that represents? It's the number of languages that this one entry for the word bone is available in. 86. This isn't just some small project. It's a massive, global effort to make communication clearer for literally everyone. So after all that, what's the big takeaway from our deep dive into just one little word? Well, it's all about understanding what true simplicity means and why it is such a powerful tool for learning and just talking to each other. And it kind of brings us to this really powerful idea. Simple words, when they're defined this clearly, become the fundamental building blocks. They're the actual bones that give our most complex ideas shape so that anyone can understand them. The Simple English Wiktionary doesn't run away from the messy, complicated reality of how we talk. It leans right into it. Because at the end of the day, true simplicity isn't about avoiding the complex stuff. It's about having the discipline to make it understandable to everyone, everywhere. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other complex idea out there is just waiting for a simple explanation to completely change how we see the world? We'll have to find out.